Hi, I'm Rustic Guy. Welcome to my channel. We are going to do something a little bit different here this afternoon. It is a cold spring afternoon, early evening, and we're going to do a quick tasting and review of an apple pie moonshine. And I am not one to typically drink a liquor straight up like, ooh, just suck it down. I like to mix them into drinks, make a cocktail, and then drink it. That's just how I like to do it. I have used this. This is Live Free. Now get this. If you're from New Hampshire, you'll call this Shire apple pie moonshine. If you're not from New Hampshire, you would probably look at that and call that Shire Shine, right? Because that looks like it's called the Shire. No. That's a take on New Hampshire. That's Shire Shine, in my opinion, being a New Hampshireite. Anyways, this is Live Free Shine apple pie moonshine, and it is a 25% alcohol by volume or 50 proof apple pie moonshine. And a couple of things caught my attention on this. Number one, when I purchased it, I was in the mood. It was back in the fall, and I was making apple-based cocktails, and I made several of them. As you can see, the bottle is half gone. One thing I did not do is I did not actually drink this, try it straight up by itself. I just immediately started making drinks with it. And as I was doing something, moving the bottle, doing something, and it just caught my eye. And let me read this to you, okay? It says, and I'm not promoting these guys, I'm just reading their label, and it's why it caught my attention. It says, about our spirits. Sure Shine Apple Pie Moonshine was born from the cold winters of New Hampshire. Our moonshine not only tastes like real apple pie, but goes down smooth and is to be shared with family and friends. Using real cinnamon sticks and no artificial flavors or sweeteners, Sure Shine Apple Pie Moonshine will naturally get darker in color the longer it sits due to the cinnamon sticks. So relax, sit back and enjoy. So according to these guys, this is going to taste like apple pie. All right, and I've tried to make cocktails that taste like apple pie, and by using different liquors to obviously taste like apple pie, but they're saying this is going to taste like apple pie. So what I'm thinking here is that maybe we ought to try it. And because it's cold and it feels like an autumn, fall, cold day, even though it's not. I just figured maybe an apple-based something or other would be nice. And I'm sitting outside, and I'll be honest, I'm a little bit cold, and maybe this would help warm my innards. So I figured I'll give it a try. I've not drank this straight up. I've only had it in cocktails. So this will be my first time. Right off the bat, a little aroma test here. So I'll be honest. It tastes like apple pie on alcohol. You can definitely taste the alcohol. I mean, I'm not taste, I'm sorry. You can definitely smell the alcohol. But it tastes like apple. I mean, not taste. Oh my God, I haven't tasted it yet. It smells like an apple pie. It really, really, really does. But you can smell the alcohol too, so it tastes like an alcoholic apple pie. So here we go. It does go down smooth. It does taste apple. And on the finish of it, I just took a little sip. You know what? It is definitely smooth. I mean, you can taste the alcohol, but it's only 25% alcohol, so it's only 50 proof, so it's definitely wussy-ish. It's not going to burn. I got a little bit of a warming sensation traveling down my esophagus into my tum-tum. So, you know what? It's cold. I'm going to take another sip here, and let me make sure that what I just said was accurate. So, my own personal opinion, and I do not really have I don't have a sophisticated palate. That's it. I am not sophisticated. But the very first sip of this, I mean, I mean like the first like nanosecond it hits your tongue, it's just like kind of weird. But once that like instant weirdness kind of dissipates, the apple comes through immediately, and then more on the finish, you're getting more of that cinnamon. It kind of comes through on the finish, and that's only my second little sip I took, and I'm feeling the warmth. It's not burning. It's not a burning sensation. It's a warmth. So you know what? On the going down smooth, these guys nailed it. That is smooth. I would never know that was a moonshine. Does it taste just like apple pie? You know what? I don't know if I'd say it tastes just like apple pie, but it tastes. If I didn't know this was an apple pie moonshine, I think I would be able to detect it. What I think would make this really good, and I may do it because there's a half a bottle, and maybe I'll make a video of it. Oh, keep your eyes posted. But maybe a little bit of whipped cream. And a hint, like this much of the apple pie moonshine, maybe like a quarter, not even a half ounce, third of an ounce of whipped cream vodka, and maybe like a half an ounce of salted caramel vodka with some ice, stirred up with a apple wedge in it. You know what? I think that'd be a pretty good drink. Straight up, no mixer, not mixing it. I mean, stirring it but not shaking it. I think it would be a good drink. And the other part that really caught my attention on this was distilled in Manchester, New Hampshire, a.k.a. Manchganistan. That's right, Manchganistan. I cannot believe this was distilled in Manchganistan. Some people call it Manchester, New Hampshire. I didn't even know that they were in Manchester. Obviously, it's in a New Hampshire product, but I did not know that Manchester had its own distillery. I did not know that. I learned something today. Mark your calendar. Just kidding. But anyways, I'm Rustic Guy. This is what we do. We try to have fun throughout this journey into life. Sometimes it involves booze. Sometimes it doesn't. If that's something that seems to enjoy, tickles your fancy, so to speak, please go ahead and subscribe because I am trying to have a good time. I appreciate you watching, and if you indulge in alcoholic beverages, please drink responsibly. Don't drink and drive, and have a good time. That's what it's all about. Thanks for watching. Cheers.